Veerasammy, Minister of Environment and Sustainable Development. Hemraj Ulaj, ACC Council Member. Jamil Mpoma, ACC Director, Sub-Saharan Africa. Rukshan Diaz, Head of Global Markets, Standard Chartered Bank, our sponsor tonight, and other representatives of the bank. Chairperson and members of the ACC Mauritius Network Panel, ACC Mauritius past presidents, members celebrating 25 years of membership, new members, dear guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening to you and a very warm welcome to this year's new member ceremony. I would like to wish a particular special welcome to Honorable Devanand Veerasammy as our chief guest. And I sincerely thank you, Honourable Minister, for being here, for your constant support towards ACCA, not only as a representative of government, but also as a member of our association. I would also like to express my deepest gratitude to Standard Chartered Bank for kindly sponsoring the event, especially to the CEO, Sridhar Nagarajan, and CFO, Teddy Erling. And I thank representatives of this bank for being amongst us this evening. We are proud to have the Standard Chartered Bank as a global ACCA approved employer. A word of welcome to Jamil, who's literally freshly landed on our soils. Jamil has driven straight from the airport to join us and to host this event. Jamil Mpoma is the ACCA Director for Sub-Saharan Africa and is responsible for the implementation of ACCA's strategy in the region. And obviously always very keen to host such landmark presentations and celebrations. Ladies and gentlemen, as you're all aware, Mauritius boasts amongst the highest ACCA membership per head in the world. Moreover, it is with great pride that we have noted, up to now, the admirable ways in which our members have assisted our country in meeting defining challenges and have relentlessly demonstrated goodwill and sense of purpose. Qualities that entirely reflect ACCA's core values and standards. In fact, ACCA, through its comprehensive training leading to membership, ensures that its members are credible, reliable, and ethical professionals. As you all know, ACCA is a professional and not purely academic qualification. As we gather here this evening, mainly to celebrate individuals who have recently achieved their goal of becoming an ACCA member, we recognize that they have successfully obtained the complete ACCA qualification, including examinations, ethics, and experience, and are now full-fledged professionals who can add the letters ACCA and later on FCCA to their names. Becoming a member is a key milestone in an accounting professional's life, as it marks the beginning of a promising career in a prestigious profession. Achieving ACCA membership is indeed similar to acquiring a passport for success. ACCA produces complete finance professionals. As an ACCA member, one is groomed to be able to constructively contribute towards the economic development of the country and play a crucial role in developing new sectors and be part of the global finance transformation process. And as we continue to consolidate our relationships with government and private sector bodies, our members need to be even more in the vanguard of fiscal responsibility, productive investment, privatization programs, and the provision of conditions which allow individuals, businesses, and the profession at large to perform at an optimum level. Dear guests, huge challenges have been commendably taken up by ACCA members in the past. And all new ACCA members present here tonight, you are undoubtedly capable of the same. I am confident that you will actively contribute to upholding the image of ACCA and of the accountancy profession as a whole, and I wish you every success. With these few words, I thank you for your attention and now invite you to view a message from the ACCA President, Barry Cooper. Thank you.
Hello. First of all, I want to congratulate each and every one of you who has become an ACCA member. You have reached the end of the first part of your journey, and now, equipped with your ACCA membership, you are ready to pursue your career. And I wish you every success in whatever path you choose to take. Your new membership also means you are joining a global body, which I am immensely proud to represent and to be a member of myself. As a qualified accountant and as a fellow of ACCA, I know from my own personal experience that you have put in a lot of hard work over the past few years to be where you are today. I am sure that you have made sacrifices along the way, not just our new members, but also your families and friends who have supported you through your studies and your career, and they deserve to celebrate too. As members of ACCA, you are in a great position. You possess a qualification which is globally recognised with an outstanding reputation. It is a qualification that says ACCA accountants are ready for business from the word go, even when newly qualified. You have the skills and the work experience to do a great job in whatever field or area you choose. There are so many opportunities that lie ahead of you, and I'm sure you will be spoilt for choice. Your skills and abilities will put you in good stead to cope with the demands of the current global economic situation. We are all aware of the financial crisis that began in 2008, and many countries around the world have had challenging issues to face. But what part does the finance professional play in such economically turbulent times? ACCA's belief is that the finance professional of the 21st century exists to deliver solutions. The finance professional's ability to adapt and manage risks makes us an important part of the economic jigsaw. ACCA members have been called upon all over the world to strengthen financial infrastructures and to help business, large and small, to grow and thrive. But what can ACCA offer you as a member? How can ACCA help you grow and thrive? After all, ACCA exists because of you, our members. Through its network of offices around the world and its around-the-clock Connect service, ACCA offers a range of services and support for you, and these include the following: improved career progression opportunities and very high earning potential. A world-class reputation, meaning your qualification is recognised all over the globe, allowing you international mobility in your career. Complete flexibility in your career choice. You can work in any business sector, from the public or corporate sectors to financial services or public practice. Privileged access to world-renowned technical and thought leadership material, as well as comprehensive resources designed to underpin continuing professional development. A firm foundation for the positive standing and reputation of our members. Being the leader in driving global standards of professionalism and ethics, ACCA delivers public value to its members and to the profession. And with more than 100 years of experience, strong relationships have been built and developed with a vast network of employers, including governmental bodies and professional institutes across the world. I hope you will quickly see how ACCA can play a part in your future career success. And once again, I wish you all the best in the future.
Thank you for your attention. I now have the immense pleasure of inviting Mr. Rukshan Diaz, Head of Global Markets, Standard Chartered Bank, our sponsor, for his address.
Honorable Deva Vishwaswamy, Minister of Environment and Sustainable Development, Jamil Ampuma, ACCA Director, Sub-Saharan Africa, Hemraz Hulash, ACCA Council Member, Washiti Gohi, ACCA Mauritius Network Panel Chairperson, Madhavi Ramadin, Head of ACCA Mauritius, ACCA Mauritius Network Panel Vice Chairman and Members, ACCA Mauritius Network Panel Past Presidents, new members, distinguished guests, good evening to all of you. First of all, I would like to thank ACCA Mauritius for this opportunity to speak at this event. I also would like to congratulate all new members of ACCA Mauritius and hard work and determination have brought to where you are. The journey you have undertaken and many others before you to develop yourself and your careers through ACC is very relevant in Mauritius today. Mauritius currently witnessing investors from across the world increasingly using island as access point to Africa. Among other things, the talent in Mauritius has helped inspire confidence it to happen. However, the talent must continuously be developed and to provide the required skills and expertise in helping investors access to this unique opportunity. I will focus few key themes in this evening. According to statistics, it shows that most rich countries will shrink and age and get poor. Countries will expand rapidly, and maybe most significant of all, Africa will see a population explosion nearly unprecedented in human history. If these numbers turn out to be right, the world will look very different than the world of today, with implications for everyone. Obviously, it will come with opportunities as well. We all know and talk about the potential of Africa. However, Africa needs to release and unleash its potential. And all of you have to play an important role in taking Mauritius to the next horizon and becoming a gateway to Africa. I would like to share a few of my experience and what is potential for me. Its potential is dormant ability, untapped power, or hidden strength, unused success. It's like a battery in your car, full of power, unused power. Potential is who you really are but not yet seen. Are we geared to convert the potential into reality? It's very important individually as a community as well. The greatest enemy of our progress is our last success. Whatever you have done, not anymore your potential. It ceases to be potential. Potential is always what is left in you. Don't let your last success become your enemy. I'll take a moment to leave some thoughts. Maybe you can think over the weekend, the new ACCA members. Next big story will be Africa. Have you thought about the next big opportunity in Africa? And what is the opportunity for you? Who are you in this space of growth and opportunity? Next big question for you is, are you prepared to take the advantage and this opportunity in Africa? And as Mauritius emerges as a gateway to Africa. Professional bodies like ACCA play an important role by providing internationally recognized qualification for talent in Mauritius and leading the way in driving high standard of professionalism in ethics. As Standard Chartered Bank, we are committed to talent development, and we shall continue to leverage on our strong network. Expertise and knowledge in Asia and Africa and Middle East to ensure that employees and communities achieve their maximum potential. I'll leave this with you and to think about it. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Rukshan. I'm sure our new members tonight do realize their potential and will know how to seize every opportunity that comes their way. I now have the pleasure to invite Jamil Ampama, the ACCA Director for Sub-Saharan Africa, to deliver his address, please.
Honorable Minister Deva Veeraswamy, Sustainable Minister for Economic and Sustainable Development, Emraj Hulash, ACCA Council Member, Rukshan Diaz, Head of Global Markets, Stanchart, Vashit Gohi, ACCA Mauritius Network Panel Chair, Madhvi Ramdin, ACCA Mauritius head, and all ACCA network panel members, senior members and new members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to this function. As ACCA Director for Sub-Saharan Africa, I am delighted to be with you here this evening, albeit a little tired. I think I wouldn't want to miss it for anything in the world, because this is the outcome of all the hard work that we as your employees put in. But first, I would like to echo Madhvi's point in welcoming our guests. And we are very privileged that you always heed to our call. And I'm specifically referring to our approved learning partners, other key collaborating partners from government and also from other employer agencies. Becoming an ACCA member is a landmark moment, and I believe most of the members here have come with their families or their spouses, because I myself have been through that experience before. And I think whilst you're going through that journey, it feels like everything else is on hold. And it becomes quite poignant that once you complete, you have to mark it in such a way that is befitting. So I'm very pleased to be here to celebrate with you. And I believe that all the sacrifices that you've made will come to fruition over time. In my travels, I'm often asked what it does mean to be an ACCA member, and also what it does mean to be a professional accountant. And my first answer is that the ACCA letters after a member's name are a mark of quality. They are also a mark of professionalism, competence, and knowledge that is actually unparalleled. And my second answer about professionalism is that this is something which is central to what we do at ACCA, be it through your student journey or post your student journey. Over 2013, ACCA has been talking a lot about professionalism, competence, skills, and knowledge. And we've been talking about the complete finance professional, which my colleague Madhvi spoke about earlier. Now, the reason for that is because we know that businesses require a professional accountant who is complete. And by complete, they mean someone who can carry out a whole raft of tasks that would drive the organizations to the right levels of profitability and success. So the breadth and depth of finance expertise and capabilities are seen as very important. We published these findings in a report that we recently conducted called The Complete Finance Professional: Why Breadth and Depth of Finance Capability Matters in Today's Finance Function. That research gathered together existing evidence about the role of the 21st century accountant, outlining why broad-based finance qualifications remain valuable in economically turbulent times. I wouldn't want to go into too much details in terms of the outcome of those findings. Suffice to say that more than 80% of our respondents told us that they expected professional accountants to have a complete understanding of the finance value chain. So this is the end-to-end process, right from budgeting to external reporting, and how it all fits together. Employers also want ethical people. So as well as being professional and doing your work to the best that you can, you also have to be ethical. Traditional career routes within finance functions are now changing. And one of the key messages from the research we did was that we needed to ensure that our professional accountants are well-rounded. One of the other areas that we identified was that accountants continue to be in demand globally, and we will continue to make sure that our members and indeed our students are well positioned to take advantage of these opportunities as they arise. I want to turn to a recent development at ACCA which links back to the complete finance professional. In May of this year, we launched our new online competency framework tool. This tool identifies 10 key competencies for complete finance professionals and serves as an interactive checklist of competencies which business leaders require for aspiring finance professionals. We see these 10 key competencies as must-haves if finance professionals are to succeed in business and in their career. By becoming ACCA members, you have shown that you possess these competencies, and that's because the ACCA qualification comprehensively covers those abilities and behaviors through the practical experience, through the exams, and then also through the ethical module. I won't go through all the 10 elements, but they include knowledge and competencies in issues such as leadership and management, corporate reporting, and taxation. ACCA has always been committed to ensuring that its qualification meets the needs of all sectors in every region across the world. And the competency framework brings this together. It is not only serving as a checklist for students, but it's actually a clear demonstration to employers that those with the ACCA qualification are indeed complete finance professionals. I believe we have this information on our website, and I'll urge all of you to go on to the website to explore that, be you members or employers, because I think it will be very helpful for you to contextualize where you are today and to be able to assess whether you have the right finance capability within your teams or organizations. Of course, there is also a challenge in the future for professional accountancy bodies, which I want to talk about briefly. In early June, we announced our global results, and I'm pleased to say that we now have more members and more students than ever before. And now we have nearly 600,000 people worldwide. This is a very significant achievement indeed. For the future, it is important that ACCA anticipates this need for future growth. We are listening to the needs of the marketplace, and we are trying to listen to employers, governments, and regulators, as well as you, our members. And I think when our sponsor from Stanchart was talking about the demand and the potential for Africa, Rukshan mentioned the fact that Africa can be a great place to do business in future. Now, at ACCA, what we've been thinking about at the council level and also at the executive level is how we respond to this opportunity. We don't actually want to wait for the opportunity to arrive before we start working on this. And the reason for that is because we are cognizant of the fact that it takes quite a while to train to get to a point of fully qualified. So what we are trying to do is to intensify our efforts in trying to grow our student base, to build the right pipeline so that when that opportunity comes, we'll be ready to also play our part. Now, your being here today, I am confident, is part of that process, and we will continue in all our efforts to ensure that we provide finance professionals, complete, of course, who are ready and required for business. But we are here today to celebrate your being members, and to that end, I want to talk a moment about your responsibilities as members. By becoming an ACCA member, you have grasped a great opportunity. But obviously with that opportunity also comes responsibility. As ACCA members, you are now our ambassadors, and we expect you to uphold the values that our organization has been founded upon. These are equality, opportunity, innovation, integrity, and accountability. You need to embody these values to maintain ACCA's and indeed your own reputation. Importantly, I would like to urge you to get involved, and I'm sure that Madhvi and her team would also echo this. This is your professional body which responds to your wishes, and you need to make sure that your voice is heard. Please do not turn up occasionally at events. Make sure you are actively involved in the affairs of your organization. As I said earlier, the value of the qualification depends on what you as our members make of it. We cannot function without you, and we cannot function without your input. ACCA is governed by 8 members through the ACCA Council. This consists of 36 elected members. We have Hemraj here, who's one of our council members. Council members play an important role. And as we were coming in, I asked Hemraj to take the lead so that I follow, and he refused. But he is my board member, and he gives me a job, so I should have followed him. But he wanted to play host to me. Now, membership is what it's all about, and we will serve you, but please ensure you are also part of the process. And I'll definitely urge you to be involved in the ACCA network panel, and at the right time, when you have what it takes, if you feel you are able to contribute at the board level or at council, please put yourself up for council election so that you contribute to the development of your association. Global competition and legislation is changing rapidly, and this means that skills and knowledge are also constantly being refreshed and upgraded throughout our working life. As a profession, ACCA does not stand still. As you progress in your career and as you continue with your membership of ACCA, you'll be part of a community of lifelong learning through CPD. CPD is a commitment to keeping your professional knowledge up to date and improving your capabilities. It demonstrates to your employers and to your clients your commitment to maintaining the highest professional and ethical standards. We believe that not only is ongoing learning and development essential for all ACCA members, but it is also the best route to career development and progression. I'll urge you to take your CPD requirements very seriously. New members and also our senior members, some of whom we are coming to recognize today, I am sure that you all have bright futures ahead of you wherever your career takes you. And for students, if some of you are here this evening, I'll urge you to work hard. I know it's not easy, but if you pursue membership, that will be probably one of the best decisions you've ever made. And while we certainly at ACCA and as ACCA members are not complacent, there is a real need, as I've mentioned earlier on, and a growing demand for the ACCA qualification. So these are exciting times, and there is much to be positive about. And I'm glad that you have taken this route to become ACCA members. We are ready to serve you, and we hope that you enjoy being a member of this association throughout your careers. I'm once again very honored to have been asked to come and speak, and I'd like to congratulate all of you once again, and I wish you every success for the future. Thank you again for listening, and we now want to move on to another ACCA video.
complete the ACCA study, then choosing to be an ACCA member was a very natural choice for me.
I think the benefits of being an ACCA member are that you've got access to a wide network of people and resources that you can call upon to help progress your career and benefit to the company that you work for.
The ability to unlock the many doors that surround, and your ability to walk into an organization, put up your resume and say, I'm an ACCA member, and there goes, right, I know this guy, he represents something.
To be able to use ACCA behind your name, an international brand, it's something that every professional accountant should be proud about.
As an ACCA member, I think we can better connect with the ACCA community. We can better connect with other ACCA members.
When you become a member, you are more recognized by the society and by this industry.
It just ensures that you are a professional in what you do. I think ACCA, apart from quality, is about professionalism.
The recognition that we get from people across the globe, the industry, and that's the most important thing I believe that I enjoy becoming an ACCA member.
Being an ACCA member has provided me a great opportunity to become a professional, work and live my life as a professional, and work with clients in a very professional way.
I would encourage the affiliates to join the ACCA membership, because I think it is through ACCA that I think you will get a lot of benefits through the networking and through the various programs that ACCA has developed for its members.
In life, I only go for the best to my family, friends, employers, and myself. Why stay as an affiliate when the door of being an ACCA member opens to such a great range of opportunities?
That was very inspiring. I trust these reflect the feelings of our new members tonight, and it is indeed a pride to belong to the ACCA family. Our guest speaker tonight needs no introduction. Honorable Deva Veerasammy, Minister of Environment and Sustainable Development, is also a prominent ACCA member who has always shown a lot of support towards ACCA. I am now pleased to invite Mr. Deva Veerasammy to deliver his address.
Hello everybody, good evening. Jamil, Madvi, Ulash, everybody, new members, senior members, ladies and gentlemen. I am always very pleased to be in your midst whenever I'm invited, because being an ACCA member and meeting friends and colleagues is always a pleasure. Of course, we do not always have the time, but whenever time permits, I am always here to see the development, to hear about progress, and to hear, of course, our very good friend Jamil and his advice to our young members. You new members have taken a lot of time and sacrifice to be qualified and to be an ACCA member, and now the future is in front of you. Now you will have to decide whether you are going to stay in the profession or you want to go in other sectors. But whatever you do, you will always have to remember that it is a honor to be a member of the ACCA, and whatever you do, we always have to remember that all the rest of the world is looking at us. You know, Mauritius is not transiting, but Mauritius has gone through a lot of development over the past 10 years. and we have been able to forge our way. Even if we are a small island, a small developing state with no natural resources, but we have been able to achieve a positive growth, even if it is 3 to 3.5%. When other European countries and industrialized countries have been in very difficult situation. And this we have been able to achieve because of our Mauritian capability to adapt, but also because we are a small nation and because we are professionals and we are looking ahead with confidence. The government has and will continue to provide whatever service to regulate the financial sector to enable much more development. There is estimated about 15,000 persons working in the financial sector, and through this sector, investment over the past 10 years to India has nearly reached about 15 billion US. So you imagine that a small island like Mauritius, nearly 15 billion US has flown through Mauritius to India. And today we are looking at development, like has been said by Jamil and others, into Africa. And I know we will succeed because we are part of Africa and we look at Africa as a market, but also as a partner. We are not looking at Africa as some industrialized countries are looking at an underdeveloped country where they can go and exploit the people and take away all the natural resources. We are looking at development into Africa as a partnership with African countries, with the industrial in these countries, and how we can work together for the success of Mauritius and Africa. We have been talking about using Mauritius as a hub for Southeast Asia, China, to enter into Africa. And we have to do it the proper way. And if we do it the proper way, we will succeed. That's why our young members will perhaps go into the profession or into commerce and industry, but at a certain time you will have to look at the future, thinking how you can use Mauritius as a base to enter into this big African market. You know, it is not easy for a government to manage in a situation where our main European partners are in heavy financial difficulties. Our tourism sector is severely affected, but we are confident that things will improve. So that's why we have to look at other sectors, our new sectors, where we feel there is a future to develop, not only for the Mauritian market, but for the African and other European market. And this sector I have in mind, for example, the fishing sector. Mauritius and Seychelles have signed an agreement where we are going to manage nearly 2.4 million kilometers of sea. And there's a lot of development which can be done there. We have also been talking to quite a few African countries so that land can be made available for Mauritian companies to go into agro-industries. Let me give you a small example. of what is happening now in one sector, which is of utmost importance. It is in the energy sector. A company, foreign company based in Mauritius, has done a lot of research with Mauritians to develop an agricultural plant, and through this agricultural plant they are going to produce biodiesel. They have done further research and found out that with this plant, which very resembles the sugar cane, but it's a energetic cane which doesn't produce sugar but only the bagasse, they are going to produce bagasse for production of electricity. So that in future we are going to reduce our importation of coal and use this local bagasse. But what is very interesting in this project is that there is a very big demand now in certain neighboring African countries like Mozambique, South Africa, Namibia, Malawi, to start the project there. And the big advantage they have over Mauritius is that they have the land. So you imagine a Mauritian company in a joint venture with a French company can tomorrow be a leader in the world in the production of biodiesel or bagasse for production of electricity. You know, during one of my travels to Mozambique, I was surprised. I was accompanying the Minister of Energy and Environment there, and I was surprised to find that on a road of about 15 kilometers long, on both sides of the roads, there were moringa plants. And for those who do not know what is moringa, it is bread murung. You know the sega, bread murung, bata murung. Bread murung, moringa, is now being used in South America for production of biodiesel. And when I told the Mozambican minister, I say, you have it already planted. It's growing in your country and you're not using it. So this is an idea which I'm giving you, young accountants, senior members also, is we have to look at biomass. Biomass is going to be a very important product for production of electricity. And energy is a sector where there will be a big demand in Africa. You imagine that up to now, a big country like South Africa is still having a shortage of nearly 22% of its requirements in electricity. So, dear friends, I won't bore you more, but I would like to assure you that even in government also, we ministers do our CPD, and we try to see how we can help the professional sector to develop into new sectors for the mutual interest of Mauritius and Africa. You know, I just give you one or two examples of what is being done in government to help young graduates and young professionals. Over the past 6 months, we have recruited 2,000 young graduates under a scheme called Service to Mauritius. We have also recruited 1,000 young graduates under the Young Education Program. Why are we doing this? We are doing it because we want to encourage the Mauritian continue to study. Because by studying, we will develop our people, we will develop our youngsters who can then think of this big joint venture with Africa. So I'll end here by saying thank you again, our ACCA members, and good luck to our new members, and always remember what have been said by the previous speakers. The world is looking at you, the world is looking at us, and whatever you do, you always have to think that you are an ACCA member, and you should be proud of it. Thank you for your attention, and I will wish you all the best.